Lynn Margulis. She completed her master's degree in genetics and zoology at the University of Wisconsin. Her doctoral research at the University of California, Berkeley, focused on the genetics of euglena. It was during this time that she began to formulate her most famous theory. The idea of endosymbiosis was not entirely new, but it had been largely dismissed by the scientific community. Marguliss, however, saw compelling evidence in the structure of eukaryotic relationship became permanent over millions of years of co-evolution. Her 1967 paper on the subject, on the origin of mitosing cells, was initially rejected by numerous scientific journals. The scientific establishment was deeply entrenched in the neo-Darwinian view of the evidence in support of her theory became undeniable. The discovery that mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own DNA was a major breakthrough. This DNA was more similar to bacterial DNA than to the DNA in the cell's nucleus. By the 1980s, the endosymbiotic theory was widely accepted and is now a cornerstone of modern biology. For Marguliss, endosymbiosis was just the beginning. She believed that symbiosis, or symbiogenesis, was a primary engine of evolutionary innovation. This went far beyond the origin of organelles. She argued that new species could arise from the merging of different organisms. This challenged the neo-Darwinian idea that new species arise solely from the gradual accumulation of mutations. Marguliss's work highlighted the importance of cooperation in a world often viewed through the lens of competition. Her ideas found a powerful resonance in the Gaia hypothesis, which she co-developed with James Lovelock. Lovelock, an independent scientist and inventor, had been working on a similar concept. The Gaia hypothesis proposes that the Earth is a self-regulating system. The planet's living organisms, in concert with its non-living components, maintain the conditions for life. This includes regulating the temperature of the atmosphere and the composition of the oceans. Marguliss brought her deep knowledge of microbiology to the Gaia hypothesis. She emphasized the crucial role of microorganisms in maintaining the planet's habitability. For example, the oxygen in our atmosphere was produced by photosynthetic bacteria over billions of years. The Gaia hypothesis was, and to some extent still is, into plants and animals. This failed to capture the vast diversity of microbial life. The five-kingdom system recognized the importance of microorganisms by placing them in their own kingdoms. Marguliss, however, went even further. She proposed a new kingdom, the Protoctista, to include a diverse group of eukaryotic microorganisms. This kingdom included organisms that did not fit neatly into the other four kingdoms. Her work on the classification of life was closely tied to her ideas about symbiogenesis. She believed that the major divisions in the tree of life were the result of ancient symbiotic events. One of her most controversial ideas was the spirochaete hypothesis. She proposed that the cilia and flagella of eukaryotic cells were once free-living spire-shaped bacteria. Cilia and flagella are the whip-like appendages that propel many cells. Marguliss argued that these structures were too complex to evolve through random mutation alone. She pointed to the symbiotic relationship between certain spirochetes and protists as evidence. This hypothesis, however, has not been widely accepted by the scientific community. The genetic evidence has not yet provided strong support for the idea. Nevertheless, it is a testament to her bold and imaginative thinking. She was not afraid